And it was an odd thing to see out in the middle of that winding mountain road. But as my headlights washed over the telephone booth, I found myself hitting the brakes and pulling off the gravel. I shut the engine off and rubbed my eyes. Maybe it'd be good to call Viv back and check in before it got too late. I still had a daunting ride through the middle of nowhere. Who knew when the next time I'd be able to call would be? The moon hung over the booth like a beacon, inviting me towards it. I rummaged around through the cup holders for some quarters before being greeted by the chilly night air. I was about to pick up the receiver when the phone began to ring, making me jump back in surprise. I lowered my hand, suddenly anxious and jittery. I scanned the dark trees around me before gathering the composure to answer it.
Hello?
The crackling, staticky voice greeted me.
Please hold while your call is transferred to an external operator.
Wait, what?
I asked before being met with an ear-splitting hissing. I slammed the receiver back down and took a long, shaky breath. Unnerved, I made my way back to the car as the phone rang again.
No, that's enough for me. So long, creepy phone booth.
I started off again, leaving the ringing phone in the rear view. I kept driving along the dark road, squinting through the mist and humming to myself to calm my nerves. After what seemed like hours, I was met with an impossibility. There, up ahead, was the phone booth. I slowed to a stop, feeling chills roll down my spine. There was no logical way I'd gotten turned around. It didn't follow any logic. I could hear it ringing away. Somehow, I knew it would never stop. Not until I answered it. Reluctantly, I found myself inside the booth.
Hello?
Please hold while your call is transferred to an external operator.
The unbearable hissing returned. I held it away from my face, shivering uncontrollably from the cold and from fear.
Hello? Who is this?
The voice on the other end sounded groggy and annoyed, but also familiar.
Viv?
The line went silent for a moment.
David?
Her voice shook with emotion.
Is that you? How?
The bone-chilling cold seemed to lift all at once. The mist surrounding the booth grew thicker while the fog around my memory began to clear. It had happened here, right where I now stood. I remembered the smoking hood, the twisted metal, the fleeting pain as the darkness embraced me. Somehow, I was able to find the words that I needed to say.
Viv? I'm okay. I don't know where I'm going, but I know that everything's gonna be okay. I'll see you again. Someday.
There was more I would have said, but the line went dead. I hung up, staring out into the impenetrable mist. Feeling at peace, I opened the door and began my next journey.